It is Gail and Tim in the tent. They are now coming into the tent.
They're in the famous tent.
They are coming over to the
booze table where we're going to find Forrest. And
there's Forrest in the tent. Forrest in the tent, not to mention Derek in the tent. There's only one thing better than Forrest or Derek in the tent, and that's Forrest and Derek in the tent. Yes! Yes! There's a little Forrest, and there's a little Derek. There's more warming up for the big game.
Go Bears!
Ew! There's Jaime Hamasaki, the Mexican-Japanese guy. Maggie, she speaks only Indonesian.
Hi, Marilyn. Go Bears!
Oh, this is so rude. I gotta go to Alice. Inner glory. Wait, check the shoes. Oh my God. Wait, what does that say? Oh no! As usual, Bill Boyd looking totally serious.
Get this picture of Don eating out of the cow cup.
And then,
No.
And then, go trees!
Here's a Knox College guy right here.
It's the Indians. It's the Indians.
Fix it up like them M&M's.
Somebody from
$2. The freezer. When they get one we like, I buy
This is man's problem.
And gold, golden bear is ever watching. Day by day he prowls, and when he hears the tread of Odin Stanford bread from his lair, he fiercely growls. Grrrah! Come on, grrrah! Grrrah! We are sons of California, fighting for the golden blue. Palms of glory we will win for alma mater true. Stanford's men will soon be routed by our dazzling sea, and when we serpentine, the red will turn to green in our hour of victory. Go Bears! Look through any window, yeah. What do you see? Smiling faces all around, rushing through the busy town. Where do they go? Moving on their way, and walking in the highways and the byways. Where do they go? Moving on their way, the shy ways and the sly ways. You can see the little children all around. You can see the little ladies in their gowns. When you look through any window, yeah, any time of day, see the drivers on the road, batten down their heavy loads. Where do they go? Moving on their way, driving on the highways and the byways. Where do they go? Moving on their way, drivers with the shy ways and the sly ways. You can see the little children all around. You can see the little ladies in their gowns. When you move, it's blue, 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 blue moon. It's bop, 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 dang, 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 ding, dong, blue moon. Got a dream in my heart, got a love of my heart. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me say in a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then it suddenly appeared before did it, I did it. The only one. Adore me. But when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Whoa, 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 blue moon, blue, blue, blue. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. And go. For a victory, goes all the battle, so Stanford swept out when we beat her. Our team will surely beat her down on the center on the beat of sound. When our Oski rips through the air, and the sisters on us like she will be found in the tummy of a golden bear. Oh, let's up with the blue and gold, down with the red. And the California's up for a victory, goes off a battle like so Stanford says. When we beat her, our team will surely beat her down on the beat of sound. When our Oski rips through the air, Mr. Jonas Stanford Sting will be found in the tummy of the golden bear. In the fuzzy, fuzzy golden bear. In the poly, poly golden bear. In the sneaky, winky golden bear. California golden bear. Go bear! Here's my I want you. In the night when I want you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream when I need you. In my arms when I need you. And all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I want you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 drift away. Day after day I'm more confused, and I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game I hate to lose. No, I hate to lose. I'm feeling the strain. Now ain't a shame. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and free my soul. Drift away, drift away. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time, and I can't understand the things I do. Whoa, the world outside looks so unkind. I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, oh, oh. Free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. Dance with your friends. Saba Lorenzo. Mary Lou. I tried to take it to Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann. You got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, baby, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, oh Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann. You got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling, Barbara Ann.
Like I was telling you, you get it for like
Now you have to do something to put that in. You have to convert that to you.
How is it?
You can take that right
Get over there and I'll get
I
you
think
in
she's
it.
great.
Go away, get up in there.
This is a VCR. You run this, you just plug it into the monitor.
Up in
Big game. Rich and Jan. Jan with her back to us. Jim Boyd. Christmas Day 1990.
Oh, there's Joji's sock.
Is this another belt? Oh, I've heard of this book. The cat. Curmudgeon.
I almost got that book for you, Mom.
I heard about this book. Thanks, Mom.
You have to read it to the kitty.
Okay, read it
Oh,
aloud.
wow. I haven't even heard of this.
Wait,
Is this, this looks good.
what book is it?
Good airplane reading, Matt.
Yeah. Well, good. It won't be on an airplane, that's for sure.
Right.
This is good, Mom. Thanks. Except
Great.
I got it last year too.
I know, but I never saw that anybody used it, so I thought you might as well get it again.
Okay, thanks. Oh, from Thailand.
Right.
But this was neat. I like this.
That's from Indonesia, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's from Jakarta.
Yeah, that's neat. Thanks, Mom.
There's Virginia's stocking. She's opening all her stocking gifts down in Florida.
Oh, great.
What is it?
It's the Nixon on PBS. Is this when he was interviewed by Morton Kondracki?
I don't think so.
Oh, 10/15/90.
Oh, what a neat shirt. Oh, I really like this.
What was the occasion for this interview, do you know?
It wasn't an interview. It was just a whole thing on him, you know.
was it?
Yeah.
A 3-hour?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where did you get this, Bob?
It wasn't an interview.
I really
great.
like this.
We got it. We got that in Patpong in Bangkok.
Is it really
Let's see it.
Chanel?
Sure.
That's neat.
That's just before
All
we got
right.
beer poisoning.
I like it.
Fred will like this.
Yeah, you ought to wear your wonderful jumping t-shirt today.
That's right. That's a good idea. Yeah, I will put that on.
Ooh, fancy box.
Extra special treat getting our stocking finished wrapped. Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is really neat. This pen.
Oh, good. Grab it, run. Very good.
Let's see the pen, Johnny.
Where's this from?
The Price Club.
Oh. That's neat.
Yeah, I liked it. I gave one to Virginia too.
Oh, that's neat. Nice. See in this case? Oh, yes. No, you see.
Yep.
What is the pen? That's cute. See that?
20/20 vision. Long view of changing the world. Well, Stanford Alumni Association.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Virginia. Is there no stockings? It's open. Does this look familiar?
Joanna didn't comb her out. Very good.
I just got out of bed. Oh, I didn't see this.
It's now 11:30.
Oh, this is cute. This little pen. I didn't see that.
I have one for Virginia too, but it's a horse.
That's
Your father bought those in Bangkok.
Virginia, in case you were ever wondering how the Beach Street got its name, it says here in my new book that after the beach, it was named after the beach, which once came up to this street. So that was not a great surprise. Sorry you can't be here, Virginia, but certainly next year, and my nose is just running a lot here, but I'm real happy to get these gifts.
All right. Christmas, 1990.
And honey, did you read the card?
There was no card.
Oh, I guess I forgot.
Well, this has to do with my apartment. I said bamboo. All right, I got that sort of right, didn't I? Oh, jeez. Say,
Steve, can I tell you
busted.
something? It makes
What?
housekeeping so easy because, you know, in fact, it does pick up the dust. I mean, of course, Maryland does everything.
All right.
But
It does.
More anal retentive wear.
No, you don't even have to clean because it's so fast. And you can do it on
Just
all
walk around with it.
Christmas balls or anything.
Great.
It's
Or any kind of other
Thanks,
box.
Ma. Give it to Tim.
Then you just shake it out the
Nice.
window.
now those are expensive, honey. You don't seem to appreciate the fact that that's a wonderful gift.
You want me to stand up right in front of you?
Well, you're on, pal.
Okay.
Give it a whirl.
Here, wait, till Pat comes. Wait till Pat
I just charged it and it's.
No whirls there.
No whirls. We're in a whirl-free environment, son.
Charging quick sequence, because it gets a memory in it, and memory is, in other words, the
Thanks,
threshold of charge
Oh.
gets down real low, so you have to keep doing
Here
it.
Hey, I'll get on. Since I've even charged
Yeah.
it. Oh.
Charge it, use it several times.
Okay, I have the 1 hour battery, which of course is. Georgie. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And what I'll get on. But we can plug it right in. Georgie.
Right,
Hey, I'll get on.
Okay, here's Pat.
Oh my God.
Opening.
Opening. Oh, it's not the cutest thing I've ever
I
seen.
can't tell you how much I need sweats, and it's like so stupid. I thought I had so many, and they're all like done. These are wonderful.
And the artist,
Pretty.
the artist,
Oh my God.
Fade out.
the artist is deaf
Deaf?
Does not make you love
Deaf?
those.
Deft.
and teaches at BU
And not only that, he's colorblind because there's never been blue hibiscus. I'm only.
and teaches at BU.
He does, and
She.
she's not your teacher
Yeah.
though.
The,
Ah.
Oh,
Those are
great.
beautiful.
That is
you
beautiful.
like that? Was
Those
extra
are
large.
beautiful.
Oh, I love them.
Extra large all the way.
Is it, well, it looks like it's China, and then there's a rim of pewter.
I'm not positive where they make
it's
those.
porcelain here.
What does it say on there?
Maybe
Korea or
Hong
something?
Kong.
Hong Kong.
So it's
Oh,
porcelain,
oh,
and
sorry,
then
son.
the exterior
Right.
is, it's a rim sort of a, oh, I think that's
So wait,
beautiful.
no one go anywhere.
Hey.
I'm gonna get Vince's present.
Could you turn the heat down a little bit?
No.
That's from our Costa Rican influence, just having seen those little guys down there, both of them.
In their native habitat. Great.
Costa Rica.
Hey, Vince.
It's a hot spot.
Hey,
Hot
Steve.
spot.
Hey,
Hot spot.
Merry Christmas.
hey, Merry Christmas to you. Hey, I'll get on.
A1 number
Can I get
cameraman.
some
Not yet, no.
Sorry, I'm just gonna get this shit.
Hi, Virginia.
Is that who we're? Is this
Yes, this
okay?
is-
Oh, hi, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia. Hey, Matt.
Hi, Virginia.
That's gonna
Hi.
scare her. And her vertigo's gonna go, ooh.
That part where it's on
Sees
stage.
that camera with her.
Oh, I could have sworn I slipped a disc.
I think it was old.
I just hope this
A
one
sweatshirt with matching
Whiskey.
coasters
turn the coaster
from,
90 degrees.
Tasteless.
Yeah.
Like,
There you go.
just
where
couldn't
did you get
believe it.
this?
New Zealand.
Queenstown, New Zealand.
Queenstown, New
Right, and
Zealand?
she
Oh,
also
there it
screwed
is.
the deal.
Side of the bungee jump.
A
Yeah.
kiwi,
Uh,
a kiwi
Pick it up.
depicted here on.
Well,
Kiwis
basically,
have
I was able
descended
to
on
save
Conan.
her.
That are already
She
back.
almost
Right.
ended up
You know, it's funny.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
right.
thought, I always
$1,000
thought
actually.
people in New Zealand were called kiwis just because
Just
the
saying
fruit came from there.
Oh,
I didn't.
you didn't know about the bird.
This is
gonna fall on the floor.
I really don't think it is.
Yeah, it is.
But here-
I saw it.
Oh,
She knew
okay.
it too. And she
I saw it move.
All right. We'll just make that work.
I've got one almost
Like me,
exactly
yeah.
like this, a short sleeve.
Lace on the bottom.
Yeah, it's like on the
Oh.
sleeve too, but short sleeve. That I've lost
Oh.
one. This could be kind of cool.
Tell you that?
I like
No.
this.
She sent me an article and she's like, here's an
Well,
article.
the short
Those
sleeve
are-
will be cooler because it's.
I was like, what does she think?
This is more,
with that.
Yeah.
Kind
You know
of.
what? I
Year-round.
went in that store looking for you, and that's the one place I bought
Yeah,
something
oh,
for
yeah.
myself.
And I'm
Oh,
not
really?
gonna make a
A
move
short
until
sleeve,
she makes a
a
That's
short
like Paul
hey,
Carter.
crop
Did I see
white
the
thing.
fight where-
No, this is cool. I like
Yeah,
this. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, I don't know what you have for if you're
You
gonna
guys
start on the
will figure
exercise
things out. I
thing.
mean, Lori, I could
You know,
easily
you wear
never
that
see again.
over your exercise
Well,
shirt.
it's been that way
That's
with
true.
Carter. I haven't seen him since we.
All right.
Well, you guys
Okay.
can keep trying.
It's like
Yeah,
you
maybe
guys
I could
together
get
and
on
that.
tomorrow.
Hi.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Pat, have you seen Home Alone?
No, it's playing the Bill.
I think I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. Jenny working.
Have you seen it?
Is it spooky or what?
It's
It's
just
not-
No.
Piano socks from Joan Cyril. She said she couldn't resist giving them to me, of course.
cute.
Excuse me, over here, please. Yoo-hoo. Lapis lazuli from Chile, from Jennifer Flowers.
No More Vietnams, Richard Nixon, and Saudis inside the Desert Kingdom.
Sweet.
Island.
Here's some earrings from my mom. Nice blue.
I got some tea paraphernalia.
Tea paraphernalia.
Tea and
Steve.
Vince has a,
Tea.
This is an anchor from Jen,
where'd you get
from
this?
Chile.
All right.
Can't get
It's,
outside.
nervous.
He's not looking at that.
I mean, that's a
All
neat
right.
kind of hardback. I
Should I show
have
my
it
anywhere?
here.
Hey, Ankadon,
Yeah.
what was your last gift you got?
Vince, Vince, it will come out plastic at some
Look at
point.
that basketball, NC2A basketball tournament, the history.
Have you ever
Wait,
read
where'd
this?
that go?
All right.
He's wrapping. He's throwing. That blue box is gone. He's
And,
wrapping.
and this
Oh,
is from
yes.
Matt
Yeah.
to Dawn,
Sit down.
the Phantom of the Opera. Perfect.
Fantastic.
It's great.
I reviewed it at my book review club a year
Not,
ago.
not to mention these, excuse me, but not to mention the Kiwi coasters that match
Hold this up,
Marilyn's
Judge.
Kiwi shirt. Oh no.
Yeah,
that's
hold
not-
it up. Hey, Matt gave it to me. It's legal. It was handed out for. Yeah.
Show the shirt.
Oh, okay, well, it was a nice shirt from Matt
Here comes
read
the-
back.
and Jane. Oh, is
You
this
put that on pause.
Vince is opening right
Yeah,
now.
here's what I got, Vince.
Is this okay to show on TV?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure.
If it fits in your wallet, I doubt it.
Where'd you what street does it come wrapped in plastic?
Yeah. Ooh, pretty. A jigger.
Hey,
You're gonna have to measure
Rhymes
ways
with?
and measure
hey,
your
the only
food.
jigger I know stole my car.
Ryan Smith?
Yeah, trying to steal my necklace too. Oh,
It's from, looks like it's from
Matt.
just turn
All
off
right.
the buzzer, don't
Matt.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
See, this is like a
Okay.
man spoon.
Well, I think we'll call it quits for now
Come here.
and fade out of here.
This is like my luckiest of lucky days.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What else
this
is in there?
Wonderful.
Is there anything else in there?
I always thought it was Grimly.
This is
It's
just a-
Grimly.
Grimly.
GRI.
This is like a joke, you know.
I mean, I'm going
Joanna,
to
go
keep
get
it.
Ed. He wants to see
Love
this.
that.
This is the greatest. Jenny, where did you find
That
this?
is
I
so
thought
great.
Ed Grimley wasn't even
My little secret.
around. But with the triangle, Joe is
Yeah?
gonna love this so much. I'm gonna take it
I
right
love
out
the
of
class.
Hold it up for the camera. There you go.
for a total close up.
Ed is
I mean,
gonna
Marilyn, it
be.
was one of those things where I
I
saw
thought
it.
Wait,
I
what
did
is-
not buy that
what has Ed got to say about this?
What do you have to say about it?
Jeez. That's the underwater?
And Grimly on speed.
Excuse me, what did you say? Oh, give me a break.
Give you a break.
One more time.
I heard that one.
Alexander loves that doll. I won't give it to her. Oh,
Oh, that's so
You give her
good.
socks.
I give her socks.
She walked with a doll.
Especially when socks are that are too small.
I'll open one now.
Oh, that's so perfect. That's such a great gift.
That is great, Jennifer.
Thanks.
To Joanna, I think. I can't remember.
Oh,
The,
Come on,
this
Jen.
one from Marilyn and Dawn.
No, it's too
All right,
big.
wasting valuable film and battery time.
Well, I don't know why I have to mail Fred's gift, but oh well, I will.
Jeez. We can see.
Oh, Tibetan bits from the Reese's.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one you're looking for.
Oh, that's pretty. Thank you
Hold
very
up
much.
quick.
Well, it's.
Say sharing.
All
Are
right.
there envelopes in there? No, it's
Yeah, there are.
Oh, good.
Good.
One thing you know, to
Look, I can't even tell if it's in focus. This thing is so dirty in
Because
here.
I've all tried it on.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta just really clean this
Great.
thing
No,
out.
this looks terrific.
Well, try
This
it.
skirt is so soft.
Yeah.
It's automatic focus.
I know. I'm just like, I can't even like.
Get him?
Yeah,
No,
I got him
It
going.
looks terrific. What's it made of?
Right, look at him. He's got one in his mouth.
Here, put the lid on him.
No, the tissue.
Put the lid on him.
Rosky.
Roscoe.
He's not sure he likes Christmas.
God, he's been through enough.
Gotta have a talk with him, Don.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, Ross.
Wow, careful, Ross.
Roscoe. What are you doing?
It's killing it. Fucking bird.
No, Mom, this is really nice.
He's getting mad. He's got his ears back.
Thank you very much, Mom.
Okay.
Very pretty.
That's from Vince Andy.
Thank you very much, Vince.
You're welcome.
This is gorgeous. You know what? This may be nicer than the other one, though. I mean, anyway, just
You might get a little more good out of it.
yeah.
Because it's not quite so fancy or showy or something. I don't know. I think.
Or even it's just not so lacy. I mean, I really like this a lot.
Good.
Thank
Probably
you
like
very
recording
much.
still.
Wait, is this exactly the same as the white one?
I think it is.
I think it is.
I bought them at two entirely different times.
Really?
But I think
You know
that
what?
they are.
They are exactly
Who
the same.
cares? That's a really pretty sweater.
No, I know. It's very nice.
Who cares?
All right, who cares?
So Pat, open. Mom, come over here. You're steaming up the kitchen.
No, why doesn't, since Marilyn's out there, why doesn't Matt open?
Okay.
Because it.
It must be about it.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
Look. Must be about what?
At the end, don't you think?
We're winding down.
They'll probably fall asleep. All right, I got something from Jenny here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hope,
Let me,
you don't
let
have
me
it?
just look at that for 1 minute, the black one. Let's see if it- 'cause I didn't know about the sizes.
Oh, all right.
I didn't pay
Is
too
this
much
new?
attention
This must
to
be
the
new.
sizes.
It's brand new. It's
Oh,
by the
wow.
drummer.
Oh, yeah, John Densmore. Huh, that's great.
So Matt,
Other one, honey.
I tell you, I was walking through a store in Boston tonight. There was a big crowd, and we left, and we're like, "What's going on there?" And it was him signing those books.
Oh, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, no, because I've read the autobiography, or the biography.
That's the
of Jim Morrison.
only thing. The black one is a little bit bigger. So that might be, you might be more comfortable, and we'll see if we can find this in the large.
Okay.
Yep, that would be
Ooh, I am dying to read this.
And when's the movie coming out?
Soon. I'm
Yeah.
dying. It's
Soon.
coming
It might not-
soon.
it might not-
Browse stream as we're talking, because it'll take forever. It's like
We got a ton of pictures, so, yeah, probably.
25 rolls, something like that.
But you're gonna kind of go through and sort of tell that stuff, right?
Oh, we're gonna go through each stop and just give a brief
Oh, great.
synopsis. But
Oh, and while you're going through it, you want us to look at the pictures? Is that it?
yeah, but see, they're not. We're not that organized. We don't have them like in order of countries or whatever.
They're pretty much grouped in countries because we.
So you guys can browse through them now, and then maybe afterwards, whoever wants to, we can go over some of the pictures or whatever and tell where they are and what happened. Does that sound good? We're gonna just give short little talks about each place we stopped at. And if you guys, like I said before, if you guys want to, we can just, afterwards, we'll sit down with you and show you where the pictures are from and stuff. But,
And just jump in if you have a question.
oh yeah, if you guys have questions, just,
Jump.
yeah. Anyways, I think you all know where New York is. First stop, Irvington, New York. A stop that produced mixed results, I'd say. On the one hand, we were started off really well by living in luxury with Doug's sister and brother-in-law at their pad, kind of probably about an hour out of New York, I'd say. Played a little tennis. Went into New York one night and visited and went out with Michelle Forte. Hit some of the bars around there. Saw the Statue of Liberty. Oh yeah, that was one of the mixed results of the trip. Was we started off with probably one of the most expensive dinners we had on the whole trip. When Michelle's friend set us up at some Mexican place, it was supposed to be reasonably priced, and I'd say we each paid about $25.
And didn't even taste good.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Do you remember the name of the Mexican restaurant?
Rosa Mexicana, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Doug kind of started off the trip with a bitter taste in his mouth when he missed the finals of the World Cup because we went out shopping for underwear for Randy.
Oh,
and some more toiletries for me, actually. More?
To compliment it.
That wasn't my fault because they marked them wrong.
Yeah.
She said, my mom said extra small underwear.
No, they marked them wrong on the outside of the head.
Had a great picnic in kind of an artsy park, and basically just slept a lot, played some tennis, and kicked back. That was New York.
Did you go to Ellis Island also?
Yeah, we did. Or is
is
Statue of Liberty on Ellis, or is it on the other one? I don't think it's on.
Tell him, Dave. You got me. Well, the place where all the people came in, the thing that was just recently opened.
No, we got we went to the Statue of Liberty, but we didn't go to Ellis. I think most people do think Statue of Liberty is on Ellis, but it's not.
Did you go to any shows over there?
No, we didn't have time. We only went in the city one night, and we just went out to the bars with Michelle Forte kind of showed us around.
Blew our first month's budget on the weekend.
That was the whole thing right there.
Yeah,
New York will do that to you.
Yeah.
Then our next stop was London, and Pan Am ended up treating us pretty well actually, because en route it was, I guess, a red eye from New York to London, and we ended up just getting a talk with the stewardesses, and then decided that we'd meet up with them at the Hard Rock in London when we got there. So we got in at like 9 in the morning or whatever, and we got a cheap hotel in London, which I guess is somewhat hard to do, but we found one, and slept pretty much until about 4 or 5, and then went out and blew some more big money at Hard Rock on a, what was it, like $13 hamburger.
Probably,
but it was a great time. It was, fun. We sort of ran out of topics of conversation with the stewardesses, but talked about the airplanes, talked about their schedules, all that stuff. But it was fun. And let's see what else. We went to Wimbledon. Went out there. It was actually right after the tournament, so they were just starting to shut everything up and pull down the grandstands and stuff.
Took a day after the tournament.
Yeah, we just missed it. And then what else we did? Ended up hitting a lot of plays. We went to Forbidden Planet, Return from the Forbidden Planet, which is like a Shakespeare contemporary play. It's based on The Tempest, and it's sort of a rock and roll deal. And Nick, my sister's husband, told us about it, so we ended up going to that, and it turned out to be a good time. And we also went to, what was it? Furness with John Malkovich, which is back and doing plays on.
Really?
Yeah, it was really,
Really, really good.
really good.
Oh, what was the water state?
That was probably either
Penang.
Penang. That was Malaysia.
And then we did the general sites in London, hit Big Ben and Tower of London. And
Guys get out to Greenwich?
no,
Stand up the gate line?
no, it didn't actually. And we debated going up to Scotland, but it ended up being too expensive.
You wanna know, dear.
Darn.
And we tried to go to the Rolling Stones concert, but one of the who was it? Keith Richards, I think, broke his finger or hurt his finger, so we ended up not being able to go to the concert. So we ended up, yeah, they had to cancel the whole deal. So I guess Randy went separately on his own plane to Sweden, and we took our own plane to Sweden, and that's where we actually met up with Brad for the first time.
Saw all the touristy things, Big Ben and Westminster Abbey.
Yeah.
Did you get the guy to take you around, the tour guide that has the outfit on?
Yeah.
The dude was good.
Remember that guy was telling us about all the deaths and stabbings and torture and
And
stuff
the
like
people
that.
that died.
Weird outfits.
It makes a big difference walking around by yourself and walking around with the guy with the outfit. Big difference.
That's about it on mine.
Do you guys, do you mean the Beefeaters? Isn't that what they're called?
Yeah, right.
The Beefeaters? I think you should know that it's the Beefeaters when you talk about it.
That's probably true.
Because there's a hotel in downtown San Francisco that has one standing out in front of it too. Which hotel? Name that hotel.
Did you do the haircut?
Drake.
But he doesn't give a tour.
Francis Drake.
Haircut party? Do you mean-
Oh, one sort of curious deal that we did in London is Jeff and I both needed haircuts, and we were gonna actually get our crew cuts. And we read about in Let's Go to Europe that you can get free haircuts at this like a design school or something like that. So we went over, you know, it took us a while to find this address. So we ended up showing up there and couldn't really find anybody that was gonna cut our hair. And it turned out that it was their like end of the year party. So we ended up hanging out with
Costume party.
yeah, it was like a
Costume,
costume
they
party.
were in big robes and
Yeah, I walked in with just this, you know, eclectic looking group of people, and they offered us some wine and some beer, so we ended up staying there.
it was
and
like a
talking to some-
50 years and over party too. I'd say.
Yeah,
Did they cut your hair after they'd had their party?
No.
No,
We
no.
decided to pass it. We were like in Indian garb and stuff. We thought we'd come out with mohawk.
yeah. It was kind of a, turned out to be pretty good afternoon, but we didn't get a haircut. But that's about it on there.
Yeah.
Jill?
Well, next was we were in Stockholm, and you've probably heard somewhat about our trip to Stockholm. Originally, we were supposed to meet up with some friends of the Horns, but they became deathly ill, unfortunately, and so.
They knew you guys.
Five guys.
And so we couldn't, so we could not meet up with them. I think Randy had the great pleasure of spending at least one night there on his own before we had arrived and paying about $100 for a hotel room. And as we soon found out, and as Randy immediately found out, everything was terribly expensive in Stockholm. It was probably the only place that I can think of where we actually did go out to a grocery store and buy a bunch of food and prepare it on our own because it was simply too expensive to eat out at even the cheapest restaurants. I think we did go to McDonald's there. That was probably our initial McDonald's stop, and it was about maybe $10 for a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke.
Probably not even big like a cheeseburger.
Yeah, yeah, incredibly expensive. We did pay upwards of $8 for a 12-ounce beer, and
But it was a good beer.
it was good. About a dollar a set.
They weren't that good.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't do a lot in Stockholm because we did feel constrained by the prices, and the weather wasn't too good. It was sort of misty or raining most of the time. We did try and play basketball without great success. Though one of the ways we did spend a lot of time and was playing hearts, and this got to be sort of our way of passing time, sort of almost the rest of the trip. And, I guess our first games actually were in London, but I mean there was at least one night in Stockholm. I think we were still playing when the sun came up. And what was too bad about all this was that this hostel, they like to clean the rooms every single morning, and they would come in at, well, it may not have actually been until about noon. Yeah, and so they would come in and start cleaning the room. We were supposed to be out of there, but because we'd been playing cards so late, it was a bit problematic.
Well, for the whole first week, I mean, we were totally screwed up in sleep. I mean, you know, we'd be up at 4 in the morning.
And that made it problematic. Made it problematic.
Not a lot else to tell. We went up to the university town of Uppsala and so went into went into a room where, I guess at the medical school, where they performed, well, they dissected human bodies, and it was sort of neat. They had the table right in the middle, and then very steep, sort of almost like a Greek theater, looking right down onto the, you know, what would be the cadaver. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any dissections when we were there. And I guess the only other thing to say about Stockholm was that, and sort of a saving grace probably for all of us, was just that the women there were by and large, they weren't large, but they were very, very attractive. And I'd say, well, speaking for myself, I was really overwhelmed at I guess at the sheer beauty of some of these women, and it really it made it real nice. Real nice. I guess for all of us. What's that? Very nice.
We would have bought a beer if we could afford it.
That's what I mean.
The highlight of Stockholm was Brad arrived.
It is so too bad that the weather wasn't nice there, because it's like a different country. You can see it with blue skies and sunshine, then all the flowers come out, everything is just like jewels. That's just a shame. You'll have to go again.
Yeah.
It's different.
When the prices of hamburger comes in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That it?
Somebody gotta eat some of these.
Okay,
Yeah,
our next stop was Berlin, and we all flew in except for Randy, who was arrived somehow by train. I'm not really sure. He did make it there. And, all his train rides were hell. We'll hear about those later, I guess. But anyway, this weekend that we arrived was also the weekend of a Roger Waters concert, and basically it seemed like the time where most of the people that hadn't been to East Berlin since the wall fell down in Europe were going to come in and watch this concert. So it was packed. There was no place to stay in West Berlin, so we finally found a hotel in the middle of East Berlin, and this was probably what amounts to the best hotel in East Berlin. And it was in the middle of the main square. It was probably the biggest building. We just assumed it was probably the nicest hotel. So we went out there. It's basically the first thing we did. And after spending all that money in Sweden, we weren't really too psyched to drop any more money. So we had two guys, I forgot who it was. It wasn't me. Doug and Matt went in and pretended to be the only people wanting rooms. And we got a room, and basically all five of us were staying in this room for two. And the room was probably about as big as the carpet, with two beds and all kinds of tables and things like that. And somehow we were sleeping in all different angles, and we got all five of us did sleep. And it was a pretty nice place. It was just, the only reason why I mentioned it was because it was actually probably the nicest place in that city for us to stay at, and it was about 30, 40 years behind it. We stayed at hotels and hostels for like $5, $10. It was a lot nicer. But it was the place to stay, and that's what we needed. We were lucky to get it too, because there were so many people there for the concert that everything was gone.
Yeah.
And this is probably a place that, you know, we wouldn't have been able to stay in, you know, 8 months really.
Yeah, yeah. Plus it
Right
was,
in the middle.
it was in the middle of East Berlin, and that was, as far as experiencing things, that was a good deal. They weren't too high on service in East Berlin, or in any part of, actually West Berlin they were. But there was a dramatic difference between the East Berliners and the West Berliners. Most of the East Berliners that still wanted to do something, I guess, had left East Berlin as soon as the wall had fallen down, and the people that hadn't were pretty much bewildered, and they seemed pretty lost. And you know, we'd ask for directions, and they didn't really know what was up. And they weren't really incredibly friendly people.
They were not friendly.
So,
Unfriendly.
considering what they've gone through, though, I mean, we were willing to forgive. Basically, though, we saw all the sights of East Berlin. We were there for about 5 days. Our main venture was the concert, though, and it was quite an experience. We ran into some Lafayette people there. Who people?
Mosier.
Adam Mosier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know them. But and the concert was really crowded. I don't know I forget how many people were there, but it was just by far more crowded than any concert.
There's supposed to be like hundreds of thousands of
Yeah.
people there.
There's about 300,000
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a,
in the press.
I thought it was Pink Floyd.
yeah, well, he was Pink Floyd, but he's since left the group. And,
He's the lead singer.
Yeah, he wrote The Wall, so he just called it his own thing. But the concert was great. We missed the first part of it. Got busy talking to various foreigners and sampling Greek wine. And so we missed the first part, but the rest of the concert was good. Basically, there is a little bit, but I think each person can tell his respective family about that. But it was a good concert, I thought at least. Anyway, the hardest part about East Berlin was getting out. It took about, three different trips. The third trip, I think, to the train station.
3 days away.
Yeah, we finally got out because everyone
That was there wanted to
that
get out.
was there wanted to get out, and we wanted to go through Eastern Europe down to Czechoslovakia. So finally, we went to some obscure train station, and we were lucky enough to get on, and had pretty much a hell train ride down to Prague.
How long was that?
It wasn't that long. It was just it was in the middle of the night, really uncomfortable. Supposedly on a sleeper train, and passport checks coming in the lake and stuff every 20 minutes it seemed.
Randy, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. We got to Prague about 5 o'clock in the morning. Got off the train. We had no idea where we were gonna go or what we were gonna do. We're in the middle of Prague, and there was nobody except bums in the train station. And so there was no one to ask. We didn't have any money. So for a while we sat there just thinking, like, what are we gonna do? And finally we decided to try to get a cab into the city and find somewhere to stay. We got a cab and he took us to cab driver took us to a good hotel right away, and we changed some money with him. This is when we really started changing money illegally. And had some breakfast, and then Prague's a really beautiful city. Saw the like the central square where like the Tyne church is, and a lot of really beautiful cathedrals. After a while, each cathedral looks the same to me, but that was at this point I still appreciated them. And had some great meals of beef and dumplings and big mugs of beer at a couple good restaurants, which we got tips from earlier in the day. We were only there for maybe 2-3 days, and then we left to Budapest, right? Did I miss anything?
Did you play any basketball there?
Yeah. We played basketball there. We found a hoop. What was that? Was that the university? Went to the university and played some basketball there with the Dutch guy. It was a good time. We played 3-on-3, I guess.
Yeah, I think the best thing about that is after we played basketball, we got these icy cold Cokes about this big for like a nickel each. Stuck down with
Like big Slurpees or whatever?
Czechoslovakia was just incredibly cheap.
It still is then.
Yeah, oh yeah. 30 cent beers.
Yeah, everything's shooting up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And they like American money.
Yeah, that was the first time I think we experienced dealing with black market, exchanging our money a little bit. I think we exchanged money.
Yeah.
So the difference was that what you paid for an American, and so it was cheaper to the people, is it?
Well, even if you
It's
convert it,
exchanged.
it's still.
No, we exchanged illegally with just random guys.
And you go to the bank and get one rate, and then you go out on the
Oh, yeah.
streets and some guys walking by say, give you
Like double?
30% more.
No,
No, not that.
I think it was like 30 versus 25.
For $1. What else? Oh, I think that's the first like actual tour that we went on.
Yeah.
And we got on the tour bus. I'd say, I think all of us were out asleep in about 5 minutes. Slept through about the first 3 hours of the tour, so we didn't do too many of those organized tours.
This is supposedly like a bilingual tour, and this guy
Didn't
didn't
speak
speak English.
Yeah, I don't think English was one of them.
No, English.
All right, then we trained it down to Budapest and stopped in McDonald's for another real cheap meal. Little trivia: Budapest, Hungary is Budapest is the capital, and it's divided by which river? Danube. Into the Buda and Pest sides, and I guess Buda was the son of Attila the Hun, and Pest means chalk in some language, and so that. And what?
In Magyar.
What, we went to an amusement park one time. Actually, it was, I thought Budapest, well, Budapest and Dubrovnik are pretty close. Were two of the, Budapest is probably the most far along, I would say, sophisticated of the cities in Eastern Europe that we saw, yeah. Real nice city,
Kinda
nice,
neat 'cause
nice surprise.
Yeah, it was like, it was sort of old style, but it was still advanced.
Yeah. I don't know if Randy wanted me to mention this, but
I got ripped off for $50 by some con artist there.
Oh, I want to hear about it.
Maybe you should tell the story.
I'll tell it. I'll tell it.
This guy must have been sharp.
Listen to this. We were up at this place and this guy was playing the
Well, tell him we went up on this big hill.
we went up on this big hill and this guy was playing the shell game. And I watched it.
I don't think
for a while.
everybody knows what a shell game is.
You know, where you put like a little dot, a little pebble or something under a shell and move the shells around. And I was watching this guy for a while, nailing the P every time, just like that. So finally
I missed a couple times.
Well, not before.
He was guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was playing my own little game.
Oh, okay.
I was playing my own little game without money at first. And
Practice.
finally, he whizzed them around, and I looked. I knew exactly which one the thing was in, and so I put $50 on, and by some modern miracle, the
Well, first of all, Horn tries to put down a 20, and he says, no, it's got to
no,
be
that was actually Brad tried to put down the 20, and they didn't let him do
American?
it. Yeah.
But this is like $20 for them. It's probably like $300.
Yeah. And they wouldn't let Brad do it, so Brad pulled his, and I put mine in. The smart guy that I am.
Actually, Brad was probably part of the deal. That's one of the things they're going to.
Actually, there was like five other guys there.
That were losing
and
on
all
purpose.
these
Yeah,
slime
the
balls,
shells.
all
They
these
call
slime
it
balls
shells.
were in on the deal.
Brad, that's mean of you.
Anyway, by some act from God or something, the P was not under that shell. And I lost my $50, which pissed me off because I felt like a dumb American. But
We should have, doubled up the next time.
You've never done anything like that before, right?
So,
Probably won't ever again.
yeah, I won't. That's for sure. I learned a lesson from that whole.
Cheap enough, plus.
Probably besides Randy's loss of $50, the highlight of the stop was going on the Buda side. It's just it's a huge hill, and you can go up there and see all through Budapest, the Pest side, and some neat temples up there. So that's where he spent like half a day.
I think that's about it.
We're up on that hill by St. Stephen's Church?
Yeah. Great views.
Is that where you had the market? Did you go to an outdoor market there? Food market?
We walked through that
Like
like
a tourist market, but not a market.
And then our next stop was Yugoslavia, and our first stop there was Plitvice Lakes, which is like a lake region of 16 lakes or something. and really beautiful lakes. And we ended up, and it's sort of out in the middle of nowhere, so once you get there, you're sort of stuck there for, as long as you want to be there. And we ended up having to stay in a fairly nice spot again, just because, there really wasn't anything else available. So it was 5 people in a 2-man room once again, and we had to sham for see who got the floor every night.
Should we do a little, you guys all know what shamming is? The paper, rock, scissors? That's how a lot of our decisions That's how a lot of our decisions were made.
Most of our decisions.
Yeah.
But, so we were there, I guess, 2 days, and ended up going down to these lakes that were there and swimming around, and pretty relaxing at first. And there were a few strange Yugoslavian customs that we quickly noticed. But one was, we were lying down on this beach, just sort of enjoying the sun, and we noticed that all the couples around us, all the guys and girls, all of a sudden we looked over and the girlfriend would be popping all the guys' zits on his back. And we thought, we saw the first one and we said, that's sort of unusual. But then we realized that there was about 6 couples around us, and they're all doing the same thing. At this point we were pretty, semi-grossed out. But we figured it was just a
Was this your costume?
Yugoslavian.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Well, I don't know if it's
Yeah,
a
seriously.
It was real bizarre.
There were, and then we'd look around and there'd be like 7 different couples doing it at the same time.
So we all put our hoodies on.
So at this point we just went swimming.
Did
So
you
we
have
left
to
the
get
beach.
wet as a costume?
We didn't even want to bother with it. But we ended up having some really nice dinners up there, like candlelight and piano music, because that was about the only place around. It was at the hotel. And it was a pretty elegant deal. And we almost felt guilty spending the money, but we had no choice. So. And then the next day, we woke up and we planned on staying there, but it was raining. So we were packing up and planning on getting out of there. And then it started to get sunny, so we canned those plans and ended up staying that day. And it turned out to be one of the best days that we had there, and it was really nice. Ended up taking a walking tour down through all the lakes, and there was great waterfalls and really picturesque scenery. And that's where Matt and I jumped off that waterfall.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Huge waterfall.
And
How come you couldn't talk the other guys into doing it?
Yeah, where was
He
Jeff?
chipped his tooth on it, but anyway.
They were jumping off this high waterfall. Jeff missed that one.
You wouldn't believe this. This was a hairy waterfall. I mean,
It's one of those deals where you had to like walk through bushes and stuff to get out, just to get out.
Yeah, and there were rocks you had to jump over to clear it.
Oh,
I think
great.
Matt swam out there and
Yeah.
like dove underneath to make sure.
Were there sharks out there too?
No.
Oh, yeah.
In fact,
You didn't jump in the right place.
Jeff and I were wondering whether we should like try to stop Matt from doing it. We were afraid how awful we'd feel if he jumped and like ricocheted off a rock. But we didn't. We finally decided we could.
Next time, why don't you stop him?
good point. And then I guess one of the most remarkable things about Cliffus was trying to get out. And there's some pretty funny stories here. We ended up next day trying to leave, and there was a bus scheduled to come at 9 o'clock. And so we packed up and we're out at this bus station at like 8:45 or whatever. And probably 5 buses flew by us and didn't stop, and we assumed they were the wrong ones or whatever. And then 9 o'clock came and passed, and no bus showed up for us that we wanted. And then so we figured, okay, we'll just wait for the next one to come. Playing
It's
hearts.
supposed to be at 10.
Yeah, it was supposed to be at 10. So we passed time playing hearts, and then that one, 10 came and passed pretty quickly. And all these buses would pull up and stop, and some Yugoslavian guy would be saying, no, this isn't your bus, and take off before we even had a word. So we just ended up staying there till close to 5 o'clock in the evening.
At the bus stop.
Wait at least 9 hours.
Yeah, waiting for a bus to come and pick us up. And finally, at that point, we just jumped on, whichever bus came, and I guess we ended up in Split.
Yeah. Well, the weird part about it was about 12 o'clock. I got really bored and decided to. We'd look on this little thing that was built around the bus stop, and we'd see people say, "I came to Yugoslavia and I never could get home," things like that. So I decided to carve our names into the side of the bus stop, and And these guys the whole time going, what are you doing, Oren? What are you doing? And I was carving and called all of our names from Lafayette, and I put something like, hope will get home. And then underlined it. And as it turns out, this girl we went to junior high with, Carrie Doust, who went to Camp Lindo, came maybe a couple weeks afterwards or
This
something.
is out nowhere, too.
No, it was only 3 days afterwards.
Was it 3 days?
This
Did I put the date on or something? How did
Yeah,
she know?
she called my house and
yeah.
said she was there. She was like a day and a half behind you, and she searched everywhere.
She looked for 2 days for you or something?
Anyway, the word got back that she had been stuck at the same bus stop. I was reading all the carvings and saw what I carved in the side of the thing.
That's good.
It's a good way to communicate, isn't it?
She went to Stanley?
Yeah.
She went to Campo, right?
Yeah.
She went to Stanley and then Campo, where all these guys went to offline. Yeah.
But this was by far one of our worst day of travel because we ended up getting into a split that night, and we wanted to get to Dubrovnik. And once we got the split, we tried to get bus tickets to get down to Dubrovnik. And we got tickets, but they wouldn't let us on the bus because the thing was just packed. And I guess Matt and Brad and Randy were on the bus, and Jeff and I were trying to stick the bags underneath. And the guy said, no go. So we ended up having to stay in Split till like 4 in the morning to catch the next bus. So we ended
Played
up
more hearts.
Played more hearts and slept there until 4. And then got on this bus, empty bus this time, and went to sleep. And is that the night we woke up?
Yeah.
It was.
First of all, during the day, we would be sweating bullets. Somehow there'd be no air conditioning on this bus, and then this one night.
Yeah, so we get on, and it was still pretty warm in the evening. We get on, and we're all in shorts and short sleeves, whatever. And so we all crash out, and then like 2 hours into the journey, we all wake up and we're just, and the air conditioning was on just full blast. There were 2 other people in the bus with us.
And all our stuff's below.
Yeah,
We don't have anything.
We had nothing for us, so we just have to endure this cold.
It could have been more than like 45 or 50 degrees. And
Oh, yeah.
It was just freezing.
So we weathered that storm.
We're,
I'm gonna speak English.
Yeah. That whole area of the world was probably where we had the most trouble with communication.
Not only that, they could care less if you wanted the air conditioner turned down. You go, can you please turn the air conditioner down? They'd probably just tell you to shut up and sit down in the back.
They weren't nice at all, or?
Well, I mean, remember, they were just not very interested in listening or trying to figure out what you were trying to communicate to them. They couldn't understand English very well, and they were not interested in sitting there and trying to figure out what it was we wanted.
Yeah, but if you're just shivering, it's pretty easy. They didn't worry.
But nevertheless, we got to Dubrovnik about 12 in the afternoon, 26 hours later or whatever. And jumped out of the bus, and it was about 90 degrees after 45 degree bus ride. Nice and warm, man. So that was Dubrovnik.
Yeah, Dubrovnik was one of my favorite places. I thought it was kind of like being on a Greek island without having to put up with all the garbage that goes along with being on a Greek island. It's sort of it's a city right on the water with incredibly scenic views looking out over into the sea, and highly or very much a European travel destination. I guess we met some Americans at our youth hostel, but overwhelmingly European. And I went into a disco one night, and it was packed with I guess Italians and French people primarily. That's where you guys got haircuts, or did all 3 of you get haircuts?
Just Jeff and I.
Me too. That's where Doug and Jeff got their crew cuts, which hopefully you'll get to see in some of the pictures. I guess this was where we really played our first, I guess we played serious basketball in Prague, but they had a real nice court in Dubrovnik that we found, and we had a real fun experience one, I guess, evening. We went over there, the 5 of us, and we played a few games with each other, and all of a sudden, after playing for a few 20 minutes or so, more just people from sort of the little surrounding area start showing up at the court, and they seemed kind of interested in us, and they wanted to play a game. So we ended up playing a a 5-on-5 full court game against all native Yugoslavians. And at this point, though, when the game started, there were bleachers there, and there were, I don't know, maybe 25 or 30 people in the bleachers, and they were doing the wave and sort of leading cheers in Yugoslavian. And this was sort of a time of great nationalism, because the United States had just lost to Yugoslavia in the World Basketball Championship. So we thought this might be a way for us to redeem our country's pride.
There was one American girl too. So
And
every
there
time
was-
we scored, there'd be one girl that went like,
Yeah,
"Yay!"
yeah.
She lived in Yugoslavia for the summers or something.
Yeah, and so suffice to say, we destroyed them, and they were not very accomplished basketball players, and but it was great. But
What was the score?
It was, I don't know. It was,
Like about 15-2 or something.
yeah, it wasn't very close. I know it was I'd say that was a real highlight too. And I guess we did talk to them somewhat afterwards, and hear a little bit about sort of basketball in Yugoslavia and so forth. We didn't. I mean, there weren't a lot of tourist attractions there in Dubrovnik. They did have a very nice sort of, you could do what's called walking the wall. It's a walled city that was, I guess, originally built for defense purposes, and you could take. It took us a good couple of hours to go.
Blazing heat, too.
Yeah, blazing heat. You could walk all the way around the city via the wall. I don't think there was too much else. It's just it's a beautiful place, and so if you can arrange for transportation in and out, I would say it's highly recommended.
Yeah, don't
You were staying at a hostel there?
Youth hostel, yeah.
Do you want to talk about the ferry ride to Athens?
Well, I don't have to say too much about it, but I mean, this was one of these huge. I mean, I guess a boat maybe the size of what I would think the Love Boat, that might be kind of that size, and we just sort of bought, I guess, what would be like a general admission ticket to a concert or something. You just kind of go wherever you want on the boat, but well, there are places you can't go, like the cabins and so forth. And so there's all these people there who I guess have done this many times before, and they've set up hammocks outside on the deck, and people have their sleeping bags out there, and all very organized, and we don't really know what we're doing, and we just ended up sleeping sort of
In a hallway.
yeah, in a hallway right near the staircase, and but really it slept very well. It was very comfortable, and we got on the boat at 6 p.m. or something, and we weren't arriving in Greece until about 1 p.m. But I don't think we woke up till about 10, and it was one of our better boat rides compared to what we had in Mykonos, which you'll hear about soon enough.
Where was it that you slept on the sidewalk?
Oh,
Is that coming?
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. I didn't want you to skip that part.
Okay. Well, I don't remember where that ferry stopped, but we had to take a train from it stopped somewhere in Greece, and then we had to take a train to Athens. And on the way to Athens, Athens is pretty much a hostile town not hostile in terms of like war or anything, but there are tons of youth hostels around, and every 5 minutes in the last half hour of the train, people would be coming through with pamphlets advertising their various hostels, and we went through all the pamphlets, and we picked one that looked the best. They had pictures of the rooms and everything, so this guy took us to it, and this was getting kind of old hat for us. It was, not nearly as good as we'd expected. We got ripped off again. We're getting kind of used to this, but we got him back a certain way. Anyway, the hostel wasn't that great, and Athens as a city was pretty hard to get around in. Stuff was dirty, but still there were some great things to see. We spent a lot of time at the Acropolis. We went there during the day for a long time, and then we went saw a night show, and let's see, the food. I thought Doug and I ate a lot of Greek food, liked it a lot. A lot of Greek salads. It was I don't know. Actually, it seemed like it was the first normal food in a while, or food that we could look at a menu and not be too scared about eating. And then, let's see. Oh, Greece. Greece was playing the United States one night in basketball, and we were all pretty excited about this because we were going to get to watch it, and you know, and watch in front of all these Greeks. And well, it turns out the United States like won in overtime, I think it was. It was really embarrassing, but no, it was fun to see him anyway. It was also the first of our many Citicorp ventures. We got their drivers for a day. These two guys, and they're in one of these couple of these pictures. These two little Greek guys that drove us out. Drove us out outside of Athens and set us up. Took us to a couple sites and took us to a beach. And that would turn out to help us out a lot in the trip. We also made quite a few phone calls from that one, and stuff that we might still hear about later. But I don't know. That's probably all about Athens. I think we're pretty much ready to leave by the time we're.
What the U.S. team was that? Like
It was the World Basketball. Well, one of them was the Goodwill Games. That was probably while we were in
the U.S. team that was that played at the Goodwill Games then?
Yeah, I think it was the same team. Basically the same team.
Oh.
Basically the equivalent of the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sort of a pre-Olympic team.
Yeah.
Who was on the team? Anybody that heard of it?
Kenny Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Morning and all those kind of
Oh, that was great. But they should have killed those people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They hadn't been planning together for very long. Well, they make excuses.
This was at the beginning, before they played Goodwill Games?
This was the Goodwill Games, but it seemed like it was kind of a slapped together team.
Well, but I mean, Goodwill Games, we went to in what, July?
Yeah, and then in August there was the World Championships.
So this, when were you guys in Athens when you saw them?
This was we were in Athens at the very beginning of August.
So they.
So it may have been the.
This was the World Games.
It was World
Argentina.
Championships. World Championships.
Oh.
Which was
Oh, so they had a bunch of different people maybe that hadn't been on the original team or something.
What? What's that?
Did they have a lot of other people who weren't on the original team that
No.
played there?
No, they just. I think they cut a couple guys after the Goodwill Games, and they were just pretty bad.
Yeah, it didn't sound very
Pretty frustrating.
Did you guys have a bunch of meals in the Plaka? Or did you just like?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I had down.
Yeah.
That's all the problem.
Not really meals.
Just like dinners and
Takeaways.
stuff?
Yeah, we just got some
Kebabs.
greasy gyros.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it was really hot when you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty windy though.
Was it?
Or was that Mykonos?
Mykonos.
So we took a ferry from there to Mykonos and got to Mykonos. Was it in the evening or just in the
morning.
daytime? In the morning? Did we get there in the morning? I guess we did.
Well, yeah, about noon.
Mid-morning.
We get there, and so we started the process of trying to find a place to stay, but we got there at literally the 15 days of the year when all of Europe is vacationing in Greece, and there was not one room anywhere. And we went everywhere looking. Pretty much spent all day, and then pretty much we decided we were gonna just leave. Once we got there, we were gonna leave and go try to find somewhere that we could stay, and we realized that there was nowhere on any of the islands supposedly where there were any rooms because this was the wrong time of year. All of Europe was on their holiday down there. So finally we just decided to sleep on the beach, and we put out all our stuff and slept on the beach, which
I think there's a picture of it.
it's just not a very good, it's not a good thing to do because you wake up and you've got sand in your hair and your pants and everywhere, and we obviously didn't have anywhere to take a shower or anything like that. And
Was it warm though?
all night long, no, it was freezing. It was
Oh,
windy, totally
Even in
windy.
those comfy sheets, those.
Sleep socks?
Sleep
That's
socks.
right.
Yeah, they did us right. It was not that warm.
Not for that.
And in fact, I was the only one that had a sleeping bag, so I wasn't as bad as the rest of them.
And people were going by all night.
Yeah, you were constantly clutching all your belongings, hoping that somebody would
No one
walk off.
stepped on you or, I mean, it wasn't that.
We slept with like our bag intertwined in our arms and legs.
But also, there were people going by. There were people like partying around us, and kicking was kicking sand.
We weren't alone on this beach. There were a bunch of
There were
people
tons
trapped
of
down
people
there.
all over the beach. It was just, it
It
seemed like
was so
morning would
packed.
never come.
It was so packed we considered just packing up and leaving Greek Island altogether.
Yeah.
They told us we weren't gonna find lodging on any island.
We called the airlines actually. See if we could fly to what? Portugal or something.
Is that the
Portugal.
second week in August that everybody does that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Why do they do
August
that?
1st through the 21st. Supposedly, you just don't go. There's no.
That's just the craziest thing in the world for
And all the
everyone
prices
to
are
take
much more
vacation at
expensive.
the same time.
Plus they don't tell you at all, they never warned us that it would be like that.
Anyway, so I think did we stay part of the next day? Part of the next day?
Yeah, we got.
Oh, we got.
Oh, that's right. So we stayed. We finally found a place, and we stayed the couple more days, or one or two. I don't remember. Anyway, we stayed there for a while, and did the beach thing, played some basketball, and it was good. It was finally turned out to be okay. Once we had a place to stay, it was fun. So then we went where else?
So then we took like a tiny little boat over to Santorini, and it was so wavy. And all of us are fairly good swimmers. It was so wavy we thought we were going to capsize, and we were all getting
Grabbing for life.
yeah, we were pretty nervous. Got to Santorini, and after arguing with the hotel people for a long time, we had reserved a place, and when we got there at like 12 o'clock midnight or whatever, the guy said, "No, we'll be on your spot," and which turned out to be a blessing in disguise. As we stayed at this little secluded kind of like beach, not hut, but beach house. And it was just real kick back. There was a great diner right there, and we basically just ended up spending most of the time there on the beach and just relaxing. Played some more basketball with some French frogs, who ended up crying after the game.
You beat him that bad?
Yeah.
French frog.
Well, Nancy, don't ask her friend.
Don't ask, okay.
We couple bizarre situations. One night, I think it was Randy's last night, we went out and had several beers, and I think it was Matt and Brad who almost got in a little tiff with the owners of the little hamburger joint we were at because they were stealing French fries from the guys.
First of all, he started it.
This guy was stealing French fries.
I was smart. I got my 4-pack of fries and took off.
This guy bought one set of French fries, right? And kept the receipt, and then you go over to the cook and give him the receipt for the price. But the cook didn't take the receipt, so Jeff did this about 4 times. Got 4 sets of fries, and then after that he gave them to these 2 guys. And in the process, these 2 guys got caught.
And these 2 guys got busted. Yeah. What else? Well, I had a real interesting, make a long story short, I rented a moped, took the moped out, and probably the second turn I was at, skidded out, and my moped went shooting across, there was a car coming right at me, and there was no brakes, the brakes went out, and so I bailed off the moped, shot the moped across the road, and drove the moped back to this place and said, I want my money back, and the guy said, absolutely not, real, not a nice guy.
So you punched him out.
Well, I was getting close. I was getting to that. I've said, well, we'll deal with this in other ways. And that's when some other guy came out with a wrench. And I said, okay, well, fine, I'll go get the police. And he said, fine. So I went and got the police, brought them back. They didn't speak English. They were arguing in Greek or whatever they speak. And
It was Greek to me.
yeah, exactly.
Somebody had to say it.
I'm arguing with the guy in English, he's arguing with these other guys in Greek. Anyways, the guy ended up kind of like challenging me to a fight or whatever, and I said, fine, we'll see you tonight or whatever. And that was so basically I got stiffed. I had scabs all over my legs and arms, and didn't get my money back.
You didn't have the duel though, huh?
What's that?
He didn't beat you that night?
No. I mean, he called me a name, and then I said, well, fine, we'll just deal with it. And
Was it a Greek name?
Yeah. Was it kind of like Dominic?
Don't call me that. I have no idea what that means, but you better never call me that again.
We almost stayed in a hostel that looked like a heroin den. We showed up and it smelled like someone had been going to the bathroom here for several nights in a row, so we passed on that.
It was a little dark cave with like a blue light. It was cheap, but Appreciate the rider.
Yeah, bailed on that.
Where was this?
In
In Santorini. Took it second of our organized tours, which was bad news again.
You took the second tour?
Oh, the day after that night where we had a couple
you
beers.
was there.
Oh, you're there.
All right.
Oh, okay, yeah. We did the tour, and I got seasick. That's about it. Randy left.
Had a nice trip home.
Last night, yeah, had a wonderful trip home.
You want to?
Randy, tell us about your trip. Let's hear about
My
your trip.
trip was so bad at home that I may never travel again. I may never go anywhere again.
Why did it have so bad like that?
Well, good question. I don't know. Anyway, I left about 3 days before my flight. See, I had planned on being in Istanbul at the time when I need to go home. So I made reservations on the plane from Istanbul to fly home, and but in reality I was in Greece. So I had to get to Istanbul. Yeah, I had to get to Istanbul in time to catch my flight. And these guys, I mean, our trip had slowed down a little bit. It was really flexible, so that was no problem. And I decided to start for Istanbul about 3 days ahead of time, just to make positive sure, since my ticket was non-refundable, that I got there in time. And the first
How
thing,
far were you from Istanbul?
I was in
I don't know.
Santorini, which, I mean, Greece is
Across the water.
It's not that far.
Not far.
It's not that far.
It's a long time
It's
traveling.
a long time traveling.
Anyway, but on the other hand, when I was trying to arrange to get these ferries, I had already booked this day tour, and I really wanted to go on it. But the funny thing was, there were ferries only on like every other day, and I found out that I didn't think I was going to be able to take the day tour. And finally, I found a way to take a ferry to Rhodes, which left at like 8 o'clock in the evening on the night when the tour ended at 7:30 or something like that. So I went on the tour. I was wearing like a swimsuit, my Tevas, and a tank top. Jumped out of the water on the tour, got back to the hotel, packed all my stuff and all the stuff that they wanted me to take home for them into my backpack, which made it weigh
And
about
a 10-pound rock.
Yeah, and I had a 10-pound piece of the Berlin Wall. and I put it there. My pack must have weighed 80 pounds, or 70. Remember we weighed it? I don't remember. It was heavy. And
Halfway to yours.
first thing I did was I walked up to the bus stop to get a bus. Well, they said the bus doesn't leave until like 3 minutes before the ferry gets there. I don't know. So I grabbed a cab, and I didn't have too much money left from Greece, but I didn't want to get an extra $150 because I'm only going to spend it. So I had a little money, a lot of which went to this cab driver to get me down at the ferry station. I got down to the ferry station, sat there for about probably an hour and a half. Finally, the ferry came. Got on that ferry, looked for the hallway space to sit. There was nothing. And only this time, they wouldn't let you sleep like in the lobby around where the desk was and everything like that. So I finally found this little corner, half inside and half outside, where I could sleep, and chained my backpack onto me. And it was a 14-hour ferry ride. I slept hardly at all, and got to Rhodes in Greece the next day at about 11 o'clock. So I went to the office to find out when I could catch the ferry from Rhodes over to Turkey, and they said, well, you can't catch it until 6 o'clock tonight. So, I had hardly any money, and so basically I sat in this little cafe, ordered some lunch, sat there for 6 hours, read Time, Newsweek, USA Today, the Herald Tribune, everything. I knew more about the Iraq thing than probably our foreign affairs guy. And finally got on the ferry and went across to Turkey, and got there at about 9 o'clock at night, which time I decided, okay, do I look for a place to stay, or do I just go to the bus station and first find out when the next bus leaves for Istanbul? So I go to the bus station, I go, when's the next bus leave for Istanbul? They go, in 10 minutes. So I figure, okay, I'll just go, so hoping that if it was going all night, I would have the whole bus to myself and I could just crash. Not the case. Left in about 10 minutes. Every single seat on the bus was